This is Lyle on the JKL News. Today we are talking about the first phase of the Russian Revolution that started back in March, known as the February Revolution. It took place in Petrograd, Russia on the 8th of March. Rioters were on strike because of the scarcity of food.
It is called the February Revolution because of how the Russians used the Julian calendar. It was the result of the acute aggravation of the economical and political crisis in Russia. What happened was demonstrators were clamoring for bread to be taken to the streets in the Russian capital of Petrograd.
Supported by 90,000 men and women on strike, protesters clashed with police but refused to leave the street. Crowds rioted on the street. The soldiers joined them. Then the members of the Duma joined the rebellion that forced the Tsar to abdicate.
The Duma is one of the chambers of the Russian parliament. It is a legislative authority that consists of 450 members elected for 5 years. The soldiers, about 150,000 men, formed committees that elected deputies to the Petrograd Soviet, which caused the imperial government to be forced to resign.
The immediate cause of the revolution is really the war. It caused an increase in bread prices, an increase in difficulty in obtaining even basic goods. It was these difficulties that brought people onto the streets of Petrograd to protest the existing government. That is the February Revolution that happened in March.
Yesterday, German authorities allowed Vladimir Lenin as lieutenant to cross Germany en route from Switzerland to Sweden in a sealed railway car. He was forced to flee to Finland, but his call for peace, land, and bread met with increasing support. From this, the Bolsheviks won a majority in the Petrograd Soviet. He said bread because of the strikes from the February Revolution.
From this, the Bolsheviks won a majority in the Petrograd Soviet. He said bread because of the strikes from the February Revolution. Lenin was drawn to the revolutionary cause. His brother was executed in 1887 for plotting to assassinate Tsar Alexander III. He studied law and took up practice in Petrograd, where he was associated with revolutionary Marxist circles.
Back in 1895, he helped organize Marxist groups in the capital struggle for the liberation of the working class, which attempted to enlist workers to the Marxist cause. But in December of 1895, Lenin and the other leaders of the Union were arrested. Lenin was jailed for a year and then exiled to Siberia for a term of 3
This is JKL News. See you tomorrow.